Lights, camera, action. Let's start the show. Here's a little bit of wedding advice for me to help your love story unfold. Welcome back, lovebirds. This is your wedding series and I'm your content creator. I'm providing some fun tips, guidance, and some advice, things that I've seen that have gone amazing in the wedding planning process and things that are just could be done better, in my opinion. Not to say that anybody is ever wrong with how they plan out their wedding or how they decide they want to get married. I just feel like we could be doing better as a whole, as a society. So I have been doing things a little bit different. A lot of that you can see is in season 1, where I really talk about dating for marriage the right way. And then that's starting at age 14-year-old you, getting to plan your wedding from the beginning and having like mentor couples who come alongside you to help you in planning for marriage, that stage in your life that's so beautiful, right? Now, no one's getting married at 14 years old, but it is important and it is key to start building financial stability as well as emotional stability during this time. Learning how to become a wife, a mother, a husband, a father, all these beautiful things is amazing. And you can learn this from parents that are, walking in this, or grandparents or people at your church who might be looking around for those strong couples. We talked about that in season 1. And season 2, we fast forward to the age in which you got engaged. And that's different for everybody. No one's going to get engaged at the exact same age and exact same time of their life. So that's going to be different for everybody. But we have started planning your wedding step by step. And this is going to be a year-long planning process. Now, you'll just have to adjust if you're getting married sooner or if you're getting married later. You will adjust this wedding planning to fit your needs. But today we are in season 3 and we're in episode 10 where we're talking about get ready with me for the Bridesmaids Proposal. Oh my gosh, we're going to be discussing behind the scenes, your checklist for getting those memories and things like that. So let's start with the beginning. By this point, you did decide, okay, I am going to throw them a proposal brunch, or I'm just going to be handing them this gift box and watching their reaction, or I'm going to be mailing this to them and hopefully getting their reaction on video or a video call or something like that, right? So by this point, you've decided that. We did talk about that in episode 9. As I said, we're now in episode 10. So you have decided that. So moving forward, yay, that's a check. So we're going to be discussing a little bit of each of them. So let's start off with the post office one. So getting ready with me to just head to the post office. You're going to be wearing whatever you want to wear, something cash, something cute, something that reminds you of you are a bride though. So, you want to be in your bride gear wherever you go, wherever you can, to remind you of this beautiful era that you are in as a fiance. You are in your engagement era. So why not wear those fabulous outfits, those crowns, those sashes, wherever you might be, even to the post office. So getting ready, you want to get all that together. You want to get your package together, obviously. You want to make sure that you have their addresses already either handwritten or printed and then pasted or taped onto their boxes. Now, you're more than likely you're not going to want to send their box with just like the wrapping paper on the outside and that's it. People do it. But you're probably going to want to put it in a separate box or some kind of a package. So sometimes at the post office, they have the if it fits, it ships. So you could have already picked up one of those. Just so you know, those are free. You can go in and pick that up. And then you don't get charged for sending it out until you send it out, which is really nice because you could fill everything in there. And then you could take it over to the post office and you're already ready. But a lot of people don't always, want to go that route, and you know why. So you may be headed off to the FedEx store to put it in a box or package, or to the UPS store to put it in a box or package. And that's going to be up to you to figure out how do you want to send this package if you're going to be sending it. I just suggest that you already have the address ready, that you're not fiddling around in your phone or some kind of like address book or something. I don't even think people carry those anymore, trying to look for an address. You don't want to be that person. You can step to the side, obviously, and look for it, but you don't want to get to the counter and be doing that. So you will be having all of that together, put it in some kind of box or a huge, huge tote bag, and head on out the door looking fabulous, crown on your head and all. Once you get to the post office, you are going to be, just sending it off and feeling really fabulous about this and just waiting until they get it. And then hopefully you have instructions that you've texted them upon receiving the box. Something like, hey, make sure to put me on video call before you open me. Or, make sure that you have someone videotape your reaction as you're opening it and send it to me immediately, right? So you want something like that. And that's if you're trying to grab all the memories as possible along the way. Remember, this is about telling your love story. We're planning your wedding and telling your love story. So we're all about creating lots and lots of memories that we're going to be taking with us through every step of this journey. And we're going slow so that you don't get overwhelmed. That's why I literally take my time explaining. You can ask me questions and everything, okay? I'm not going too quickly in this. If I am, let me know. Now, if you've done it this way, then you're pretty much done. You will wait to get those videos, or you will wait to go on a video call with them, and then you will save this in one of your memory files, or you will build some screenshots and you will save those in your memory files. And screenshots would be photos, screen grabs from the videos. If you don't know how to do that, we will talk about that in the next portion of this segment that follows after if you're doing a proposal brunch. So let's head on over to the proposal brunch. Before you leave the house, obviously you've already picked out that outfit, you steamed it the night before, you've got your shoes ready, and you've already told your bridesmaids, hey, I want to take you out for a brunch. You could have told them, I'm only asking for you to go, just to kind of make them feel like it's just like a one-on-one girls date out, or you could tell them, hey, it's something special and I'm inviting you to a special party, but I really can't tell you much of anything. So that could be it too. Sometimes you go out to brunch with your friend girl and there's no reason. We just go to brunches, right? It's just something fun to do on any given day. So on a lunch break, on a weekend, whatever. Girls are fun, exciting, and, all the things. So yeah. Oh yeah, and we smell good, obviously. But you want to give them a heads up about the theme at the very least. You don't want them showing up in a tracksuit and you've got on your 3-inch block heels and a really cute white bridal, style event dress, So you want them to have an idea too. At the very least, give them a color. At the very, very least, give them a color. Remember, I talked about incorporating your colors of your wedding into all of your events just to continue to build up that excitement for your wedding day. So you could even tell them that as well. So you want to grab all of your things, make sure that they're all together and somewhere secure, either by the door or already packed in your car. You could do this the night before or the morning of, just to make sure that you have them and you're not super stressed out. And so you remember that checklist from last episode. If not, go back and check that out because I went through the whole checklist of what all those items should be. Right now, we're just focusing on the day of. So you want to make sure that your hair looks cute. Maybe you went and had it done. Maybe you did something unique and special, or maybe you're just like, you know what, for all of these events and even my wedding day, I just want to look like me. And so I want to keep it as natural as possible. I want to be able to recognize myself in all the pictures, and that is fabulous too. It's up to you. These are your wedding events, right? So these are your memories to look back on, and you want to be able to be proud of what you looked like on that day. You really, really do. I have some very interesting wedding stories coming up about hair when it comes to all of this, all of the wedding events, and looking back, and it's not going to be what you think. I'm going to tell you that right now. spoiler alert, but it is going to be very juicy, very spicy, and most people would not have guessed this about me, but it's just things have happened in the last 5 years. I've grown a lot, and so there's just things when it comes to hair that I'm really giving advice about. And so, yeah, do what you will with your hair, but just know when you go back to look at memories, hopefully you're proud of whatever style, whatever you have going on and rocking for your wedding events. That's my bit of advice for it. And sometimes you don't know in the moment, right? But I'm just saying, ask yourself that question and just kind of see what your brain kind of comes up with in that. So we talked about getting ready for yourself, your outfit, your hair. You told your girls what the theme was and all that good stuff. You've sent them like a cute little invitation text. You don't want to go too crazy with this invitation. You may want to send them like just a cute little text. Keep it simple because we're not trying to give away the proposal. So we don't need to, send them this crazy invitation to the proposal brunch itself, right? That's going to blow everything. You're like, wow, something really crazy is happening, But on the inside, that's one of the things that we do have in there is the proposal invite, inviting them to be a part of your bridal party. So that is one of those items. And so now we are at the part where you're pretty much ready. You've got your shoes on, you've got your hair done, you've done whatever you want to do with your nails. Your outfit looks fabulous. You look great. If you're doing makeup, your makeup and everything. And if you're not doing your makeup, your skincare is just on point. Everything is just ready to go. Don't forget to reach out to the venue. You have to make sure that they have y'all's reservation still on file, that they did not give it away. You may want to even check into this the night before, especially the day of. They start getting busy, they start bumping people, and you don't want to get there and the whole thing has been blown out of proportion. All the girls start showing up and now they're waiting to be seated. It's not the end of the world, but nobody wants to deal with that. So I say if you can avoid it by contacting them, reminding them of how important y'all's table is to you as the bride, and that you would really appreciate it, that it would still be available upon arrival, that you did take the time out to make this reservation, and that you are just so excited to be at their establishment on this day. So remind them of that. So you've done most of your checklist, but there's something else that I want to add, okay? This is going to be, are you guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. Your content creator. As y'all know, I am a wedding content creator, and so I want to give you a checklist. Now, you could just hire me as your content creator, and then I'm going to go through this checklist and I'm going to make sure that all of these things are done. Number one, I'm going to remind you about telling the girls about the things so that they look just as fabulous as you, but not more fabulous than you, right? So, yeah. And then I am also going to make sure that there are amazing backdrops at this restaurant, whether it be a garden, a water fountain, some kind of water feature there, the springs are going in the background, whatever it might be. They've got this huge sign on the wall. Maybe they have a grass sign with their name embedded in the front, or they've got something on the inside. They've got flower decor wall. They've got something that says, "We are here. This is exciting. Thank you for having us." I want to find that wall because this is where you all are going to be taking group photos. You're going to take group photos. You're going to take some one-on-one with each bridesmaid so that they will have something for themselves. Also, the little bridesmaids will also get to take pictures of each other individually as well, because they're going to want stuff for their social media too. They're going to want the ones with you, but they're also going to want the ones of themselves. And then obviously you are the guest of honor. So I'm going to make sure that I get tons of pictures of just you at that wall. It's going to be your own little mini photo shoot, and it's going to be quick, okay? Because remember, your content creator, that's me. I use the cell phone lens. I am your personal paparazzi, and I'm capturing everything quickly so that we're not there all day, and it looks incognito too. So you're not there with those photographers and videographers that, like, you know how they are. They have got all that equipment, all that lighting, all those poles and everything else. And it's like, that's not, we're not going to look incognito like that. You're going to give it all away. Whereas, like, I'm going to get all the girls' reactions when they start arriving. I'm going to get the girls' reactions when they start seeing their gifts come in, when you go back out and be like, oh, I left something in the car. And then you're going to go get the gifts. And then, boom, they're going to start seeing me at that point taking more photos, because I'm going to be taking them from afar, the photos, the videos, and things like that, just zoomed in. And then you guys are just going to have fun. And I'm just going to be a fly on the wall, hanging out. No one's going to notice me. You know, they might come over and ask me to take a picture of two on their phone or through mine or whatever, and that's fine too. That is nice hot tea this morning. Woo! Good for the throat. Okay, so that is going to be part of the major checklist for grabbing those photos, videos as memories. Now, if there's someone who couldn't be at your event, and you really wanted them to be there, and they really wanted to be there, they wanted to feel like they were there, and they don't mind being on live stream, you could have me live stream the event for you. And the reason why I do all of this, because guess what? The whole time, you and your bridesmaids don't have to hold a phone at all. Not one time. Not one time. Everybody gets to be in the moment, and you even tell the girls ahead of time, hey, it's an unplugged ceremony, or it's an unplugged event. Like, I'm asking that you guys put away your phones, and you just tell them that when they get there. Just be like, oh, they're doing like an exclusive thing today at the event, and they're asking, you know, hey, can we like put away our phones and stuff? And don't worry, we're still going to get pictures and videos. Don't worry. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And people are going to be fine with that. People think that like people are going to be so hurt by you asking them to put away their phone. But no, not when they know that there's people there or a person there that's helping them to get the footage that they want for their memories too. People just don't want to feel like they're being left out. Even though you're the guest of honor, they still want to feel special. And they are. They're your bridal party. So we're going to make sure they feel special. Extremely special. We are at the point of today's, I don't want this one to end. This was one of my most favorite video like podcasts that I was excited to film since I created your wedding series, and I really don't want this episode to end at all. I don't want this episode to end. But sadly, it is about to, but not just yet. Okay, I don't want to cry. Who is paying for this bridal proposal brunch and for the mailings if you have mailings? This is where we're at the budget binder. And so with the budget binder, we talk about who's paying for what. And so we are talking about for the Bridesmaids Proposal brunches and for the proposal boxes to be mailed, whichever way you decide to do it. This is going to be paid for by the bride herself. If you watched yesterday's episode, you did hear me mention that. And so I'm just putting this in as a reminder that that is who is paying for this. And remember, girl, you've been saving since you were 14. So you're not stressed out about the fact that you are spending a little money here, that the parents of the bride are not paying for this part, but that this is all on you, because that's how we've been planning and prepping for marriage and your wedding the right way. Okay, so you do have a little bit of money that you were saving with allowance and when you were in college, when you were working and things like that. Okay, and hopefully you still have a little job. Just bringing in something, it really helps to build responsibility. Once again, we talked about in season 1, so I don't want to go into that too much, but hopefully you're not too hurt by the fact that you do pay for this portion and that you made it special, that you made it super, super special for your bridal party, for your bridesmaids. Now, I did mention that the grooms do also do something, and I may do another episode where we go into detail about them, but you get the gist from these episodes that the groom, you could also do something similar, and that's up to you. You don't have to. You could just ask them through a phone call or you could talk to them in real life, in person, and ask them as well. You know, you don't have to do all this fancy stuff. And ladies, you don't either. We don't have to go all out. I do think that this is one of those events that's extremely special. It's a lot of fun, and I personally would not miss this one if I were you. I can't wait for you guys to get to hear my bridesmaids proposal story. It's a good one. It's a good one. I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. Okay, now we are at Be My Guest. If you are getting ready for your bridesmaids proposal brunch, if you're about to send your bridesmaids proposal boxes out in the mailings and you're excited to wait for their reactions, I want you to be my guest. I want you to be my guest here on Your Wedding Series. Also, if you have received a bridesmaids proposal at any time in your life and you would like to share your story, let me know. I'm looking for guests to be on Your Wedding Series who are excited about planning weddings. They want to share their stories with others so they can help others to plan their wedding as well. And so what we're going to do in this episode, as you can see, I am on podcast style, like radio style. You can't see my face in this one, but in many of the other videos in season 1 and season 2, every single video you saw me. Season 3, it's been like a mashup. I would like to say that for you being on the show, we will be recording the video on video. So we'll have a video call and it'll be a split screen. And then you'll agree to that, right? You'll agree to being interviewed. And then we will put it up on Your Wedding Series podcast so that others can view it. So exciting. So exciting. Now listen. You have to get the conversation started because I don't know who you are out there. You know who I am, right? But I don't know who you are. So you've got to get the conversation started by sending me an email at yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com. And guess what, lovebirds? You know what I'm about to say. That's the end of the episode. I will see you, lovebirds, in the next one. Bye, lovebirds.
Lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our thrills. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life, it's all in our hands.
Lights, camera, action, we're ready to go. We're professionals, don't you already know? From TikTok to Instagram, we're taking the